Hey, it's Amy Green with Amy and Art Designs. I am so glad to be with you today. Happy New Year. My first live of 2024, and just always a big joy to be able to spend some time with you. I wanted to share some of my favorite crafting supplies. I asked the other day if you guys wanted to see, what I was using, and there was a resounding yes. And so I thought I'd do a live on it so y'all can ask any questions you have. And then we'll go back and I'll do some posts. And I'm also going to get it up on my blog for you, believe it or not. Yes. The first blog post of 2024, which will be exciting. So if you're here watching live with me, make sure you say hi and tell me where you're watching from so I can say hi back to you. I absolutely love welcoming my tribe here to be with me. So, and also let me know in the comments if your craft room is a mess or if it's organized. Like, where are you on that spectrum? Is it a mess or is it organized? I would love to know. Let me know in the comments. I'm going to say hi to everybody and then we're going to get started. So I see Christina's here. Hey, girl. Tammy, Renee, Erin's in Kansas. Hey, girl. Amelia, awesome. Mary Beth, hey girl. Oh, your craft room gets messy all the time. It's half organized. Yeah, I mean that's probably standard, half organized. Christina's saying her craft room is a hot mess at the moment. Devin says it's mess. Yep, I get that. And Elaine says you don't have a craft room. Okay, that is a common thing. I'm going to share some solutions for that because not having a craft room is like a really common thing. And but you still need to craft, right? And in a way that isn't like everything exploding all over the house, or a way that you can kind of contain it and bring it back to something manageable. And I legit, like my business takes up a lot of space. I office out of our house in the basement because we want to be like, for my family, it makes more sense. Would I like it to be somewhere else? Yes. It would be really great if I could go to work and then come home. But it makes more sense for my family and for Joe, for me to be here because we've got a lot. We've got 3 kids in 3 different places, all the things. But I have a very small area that I actually craft in. Okay. I have a very small area that I actually craft in. So I cram a lot into a small area. So we're going to talk about that. And for years and years, I crafted on our dining room table. Okay. Hey, Erin. Erin says her room is messy. Tony says, Happy New Year. Hey, girl. Happy New Year. And Dixie also, she's in, she doesn't have a room. Everything is in boxes and she's working on getting an area set up in the basement. Okay, awesome. So let me show you some of my favorites and then we'll talk about kind of containing the chaos if you don't have a craft space, things you can do too. Okay. My first thing I'm going to share with you, and you guys have seen this before, but this is my acrylic paint. I have 2 of these and I've got paints in various places, but I got this on Amazon. It has 1, 2, 3, 5 little risers, and you can fit 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 9 acrylic paints. You can fit 45 acrylic paints on one of these. And what I love about it is that it sits back on a shelf. I don't have anywhere to attach it to a wall or anything like that, but it sits on a shelf. The other thing I love is that it's portable. So if I decide to reorganize this, or I've got to go somewhere else to craft, or if I move out of this space, which I used to be in that room there until I got the laser. Now I'm back in this little corner of my basement. But I've got all, and I can organize 45 paints on here, and they fit the 2-ounce bottles perfectly. Okay. So I love this thing. It's really easy to put together. It's acrylic. It's very clean looking. And right now, I have 3 of them. I told you I had 2. I have 3. I have 3 of them. That's how much I love them. Okay. And I probably will add a 4th this year. So that's number 1, is an acrylic paint organizer. I think they were about $30 on Amazon. And I also got this little, okay, if you want a list of this, make sure that you grab the link up in the description. There's a link where you can comment. I'll drop it in the comments too, and I will send you all of this too, so you don't have to remember. If you're sitting there at home, either open up your phone, but this is just like called an acrylic paint organizer. That's all it's called. I'm just trying to get the link to drop it for y'all. It's just an acrylic paint organizer. Okay. So I got this with it too when I bought it, which is like I use for my paintbrushes. I don't have any right here, but like, see, I mean, pretend that's a paintbrush. It's a marker, but let's pretend it's a paintbrush. So yeah, this is this, which I love for when my paintbrushes are drying. I don't really use it much for organization because I'm like, you know, it takes up space, but I just throw it in this bin. Okay, the next thing I want to share with you, so that's the acrylic paint bin acrylic stand organizer. Make sure that you download that or put your email in there. I'm going to send you that information. It is amazing. I have 3. 1, 2, 3. The other thing is, here, let me give you some dimensions. Just so that you know, I'm just measuring this on my, so it's only 8 inches deep. So it's 8 inches deep, you guys. It is 13 inches long. And these are IKEA shelves, and I can get 2. These are those Billy shelves, the IKEA ones. This one's really old. Can you tell it's yellow? I'm going to make it pretty. I have plans to make it pretty, but right now it's ugly. But yeah, it holds 45 paints. So I love this. So put this on your list. It is going to help you so much, okay? If you don't have room to put it in shelves, Container Store makes an Elfa over the door organizer with narrow bins that you can put on the back of your doors. Those are much more expensive, okay? I would say one of those systems is in the $200 to $300 range, depending on what you buy. But if you don't have a lot of space, I would, and you're like, I can't even put a shelf anywhere, but I have the back of a door, like a closet door. I have some here that I store all my ribbon in. And I would, if you're like, I just need to get the clutter like off and I want all my paints, you know, put them on the back of your closet door or something, your coat closet door, whatever. That is an option too. So let me see if I can show you. I'm just going to carry you here. See that right there? I wasn't planning on showing you this. You guys legitimately, like, this is my basement, the back room of my basement, because I just don't have any space. So I feel you on not having any space. But see that? Those are about 200 and, like, I'd say $200-ish. Because you have to buy that rail, you have to buy the connectors, and you have to buy all of those individual things. And mine's really neat and organized right now, yo. But those are great too. So that is for those of you who are like, I don't even have a room. I don't even have a place to put a bookshelf. Those are great. So, hey, Amy from Wix Wax. I just listened to your Voxer. I will Voxer you back. Okay. Next thing I'm going to show you from the Container Store, guys. I am a Container Store junkie, and it is a little more expensive, but their products last forever. I started buying these. This is they're called plastic totes. This is their shoebox. I buy them in every size, and I started buying them 10 years ago. Now, think about that. The ones I bought 10 years ago, I'm still using. They are an amazing investment. Don't go buy those cheap Sterilite 97-cent boxes from Walmart because you're going to throw them away. They're going to drive you crazy. Get some of these. These are really nice. Look how square this is. So when you put them on your shelf, you're not wasting a lot of shape. You don't have like a V shape to the box. A lot of the cheaper boxes have a V shape, and then you throw them in the trash after a year because they drive you crazy because they take up tons of space and they don't give you enough storage. But these are great. Okay, they come in this size. Here I've got some keychain tassels in here. This size. And I think there's one size bigger or one size. There's one bigger size, but I buy all of the sizes and I've been using them for 10 years. I have my sweaters in them upstairs. I have all kinds of craft supplies like on the storage shelves over here for my business. Wood beads. I mean, everything you can think of, everything And they're just great. And when you're done, you empty it out. The other part, you can see through it. You notice like I'm using a lot of like clear storage. If you cannot see through it, you have no idea what's in there, and you're going to spend all of your time opening boxes and being frustrated. If you don't have a Container Store near you, guys, if you order $75 or more, you get free shipping. And and I know that sounds like a lot, but if you're going to reorganize a space, like, it's a great investment, and you have to think about it like that, right? I mean, I bought a ton last summer just because we needed ways to organize a lot of my stuff. So, these are awesome. They're awesome. I would also, I mean, it's worth, if you're like in Columbus, if you're somewhere where it has a store, Tammy, it's worth it, like going in and looking at it and picking some up. Like, see here, I've got, what do I have here? I have popsicle sticks. I have all kinds of stuff. Okay. How many of you guys shop at Aldi's? If you shop at Aldi's, drop a comment below and let me know that you shop at Aldi's. Because I'm going to show you one of my favorite things that I found at Aldi's. I don't know if they still have them. I'm sure you can find them somewhere. But it looks like a little tool organizer. Like a little, like, toolbox organizer, guys. But it has these, let me see if I can get the drawer out. These little separators in them. And hey, Gail. And so you can, and then these like little ridges, so you can make the separation whatever size you want. And it's just so amazing for little stuff. And it's a very small footprint, perfectly square, so you can stack on top of it if you need to. I'll tell you what I have in here. If you promise there's no judgment, right? I mean, I have a lot of Jingle Bells. Hold on. There we go. Okay, I have tiny Jingle Bells, medium Jingle Bells, big Jingle Bells. I have buttons, yarn needles. I'm almost out because we just made a bunch of bead kits, so I need to get some more of those. More Jingle Bells, more Jingle Bells, more Jingle Bells. Wood buttons. Oh, that one's empty. That one's empty. I need to put a label on the front. Magnets, zip ties. You have to have zip ties if you're a crafter, especially if you're making bows. Black zip ties. Yes, this is awesome. 2 kinds of zip ties, keychain rings. I made a bunch of keychains for the kids' school fundraiser. So this is so great. So I'm sure they have something similar. I'll look on Amazon. It also has like some keyholes in the back if you wanted to hang it, but I don't see a need to for me. But it is an awesome, especially for all this little stuff. So if you don't have a craft room, but you have a coat closet and you can spare a shelf in there, like this could go in there. Elfa also makes organizers on wheels. I have several of those from our last house because we had no storage in our last house, none. And so you could even get one of those Elfa carts on wheels and put this on top and craft supplies inside of it. I'm coming up with all good ideas for you guys. I wasn't even thinking about that. I should show you my carts on wheels. But yeah, I wasn't thinking about sharing that, but that is such a good idea. If you don't have a craft room, get one of those carts on wheels and just wheel that baby in and out of wherever you are. Very good idea. Okay. Next. Mason jars. You cannot go wrong with some good old mason jars, okay? The only drawback to your mason jars is that you have to stack them several deep on a shelf, you know, so you need a collection of things, or you need to know, okay, everything is kind of in this area. But that's my only drawback. And then the other drawback is, like, size-wise, you either have to go with this size. or like that one smaller size or the half pint, which they don't hold much. And it's harder to access, but I love them for wood beads specifically. Pretty much all I use them for anymore is like wood beads. Okay. They're amazing for wood beads if you have lots of wood beads. I am thinking you can drop this in the comments if I might have an excessive amount of wood beads compared to the average person. But I used to, before I started just teaching crafting and doing wood cutouts, I had an Etsy store and I did all finished products. And so I spent all of my time making products and selling the finished products, which is why I have all of these wood beads. Yeah, they would work great for buttons too. Elizabeth says, yeah, the problem with these for buttons, you need the smaller ones unless you have a lot or you want like a mixed bag of buttons, like my vintage button jar. Like I have all of these old buttons in here, but it's, if you're doing like a one-off craft, I guess maybe that would work. But I can't, it takes a long time to find. If I want like 6 or 7 of the same, it takes a long time to find it. But, and I guess I usually think in like duplication, but like this size here, and then this size. Yes, I have all of the sizes. So these are great and they're cheap. This is actually not a mason jar. These came from the Dollar Tree. And they're a great little clear container. I want to say it was 3 for $1. And these are really, really helpful. Gail says that her husband bought some of those the plastic sewing boxes. This is a good idea. I'll share with y'all. I actually have a couple of the plastics. I'm embarrassed now. If Joe's watching, he's sitting there thinking like she's excessive. And I know that, but I do have a couple of them. I got one I'll show you guys this later, at Hobby Lobby for like $3. And I have my my red aspen nails, because these are like press on, guys. They're glue on. I have those in there. I should show that to you guys later because it's great. And it was $3. And so if you just have a few of something that can fit in a small compartment, that's good. I have a couple of those for sewing, for all of the sewing I don't do, but I still have it's embarrassing. But someday I'm going to learn to use that machine. And so I'm not getting rid of it. So you guys, mason jars, and then these came from the Dollar Tree, and these are great. They do make a mason jar this size also. I love that you guys are sharing some of the stuff you do. So if you have an organizational tip you want to share, glue sticks. My glue sticks go in a mason jar too, and I love the mason jar for the glue sticks. It's like the perfect size, especially if you've got the Surebonder. They're the perfect size for glue sticks. Okay. Make sure that you get your, put your name in, and I'm going to send you a list of all of this and where I got them. Okay. Hey, Cassie Brigham. Good to see you. Happy New Year, girl. So glue sticks are also beads and glue sticks and buttons if it's the right size. Okay. The one drawback about the jar is for me, I want all of the same thing in there, so I don't have to go dump it out and go digging around. Does that make sense? I've got enough space in here. I did a school fundraiser with these for my kids' school. These little keychain tassels, I made keychains. But like this, I like it because if I have a supply with mixed colors, I can dig around in here and find what I need, and I don't have to dump it out onto a tray. Whereas like if this bead jar, I mean, I've got to dump all of this out into something if I want to get certain colors. Does that make sense? It's just convenience. Oh, Tony, thank you so much, girl, for the sprinkles. I appreciate you so much. Thank you. Thank you. Donna wants to know if anyone knows a good place to order buttons. What kind of buttons do you want? Hobby Lobby has a great selection. Walmart does too. Okay, let me see what. So we shared Container Store containers. I shared that. I shared the glass jars. My next thing, this is a different kind of Container Store container. And again, it comes in all the sizes. And let me show you what I like about this for organizing. One, it's open. So if you've got a project you're working on, hold on, I'm just going to grab some different sizes so I can show you. What I'm talking about. Sorry, they come in all different sizes. So like this size, and here's a large size, this like a tote with an open front, and then there's like a medium size. Okay, so what I love about these is that if you're working on a project and it's bigger and you have a bunch of different supplies, it has an open top, so it's not like it has to like fit perfectly in there, but it's perfectly contained, and you can just put it back in here, carry it over, put it on a shelf. I use these mostly in my business for inventory. So when we have pre-cut inventory, this way it's Nate took inventory for me, my son, but it goes in these boxes and we just pull it and ship it to you. When we're making up kits for you guys, a lot of times what I'll do is I'll pull everything that needs to go into the kit and I'll put it in one of these bins, and then we can just use the supplies from there and then we can put it back in. So we know, okay, hold on, we're out of whatever we need to make more. Oh, it's in this tote. So these totes are really, really good for that. The other great thing is that, again, look at the sides. Okay, so if I put them next to each other on a shelf, do you see there's hardly any space that's lost? Or if I put them side to side, there's not a lot of space lost here at the bottom. They're not overly V-shaped. And so they're really, really good for saving space on a shelf. And they're clear. So we use them this way on a shelf and we use them this way, depending on how much space we have. And they're super versatile that way. So these are Container Store. I'll have to pull the official name. You'll get it in that list if you signed up of what these are called. But these are one of my favorite products too from the Container Store. So these are awesome. So let me move this down. So those I want to share with you. I do have a couple of the Home Edit. How many of you guys are familiar with the Home Edit? So we've done Container Store containers. We did the jars. We did the Aldi bin. I'm going to show you the Home Edit containers. I got these for, why did I initially buy them? Organizing our pantry, our laundry room, because we have a bunch of really, really high cabinets, and I had everything in baskets, but I couldn't see what was in there. So I got these, and they come like this, and then they also come, hold on, I have more. There's more. In these model with a drawer. So what you can do is you can get the one, and this has a drawer, and then you can put this on top. Okay. So in fact, this is a true statement. I have all my kids' underwear and socks that, like, their rooms are upstairs, and so they're always like, Mom, I'm underwear. Like, they don't want to go upstairs and get it. So I have all of it downstairs in our laundry room clean. I have underwear on one side, socks on the other. Then underneath for the winter, I have their hats and gloves stored. And so I love this setup because I can put it on a shelf. I'm saving tons of space, and it's also very square, and I can see what's in it. And if I want to label the drawer, I can. But I mean, these Home Edit, I cannot say enough good things about the Home Edit line. I'm not really so much a fan of like their bamboo and their wood that you can't see through, because if I was going to have it out and it was also going to be decorative, then maybe. But for organization, I love the clear acrylic, guys. Yes. And these again, oh, Tammy S., thank you for the sprinkles. Thank you, thank you, thank you. So this is, I cannot speak highly enough of those gals. They are amazing. And their products are wonderful. Walmart carries their stuff. You can go in the store and find it. You can also order it online. But the Home Edit makes, I mean, I'm like their number one fan. I want them in the Container Store. Like, they just make life easier, right? So, and then I've got all of mine. I have chalk paints in here. Okay. They're just tricky to store, but see how nice and neat it looks. And then, you know, so let me put this back. And I've got them stacked back here. Let's see. 2 drawers high with a, and you can kind of put all like items together. Does that make sense? Like, I've got these. Okay, these come from Walmart, the Home Edit brand. Okay, these clear acrylic totes like this, and the drawers, the Home Edit. And like I said, I'm their number one fan. I love the Home Edit. Like, I'll cheer those girls on forever and ever. They are amazing. They are amazing. So those, you guys know I have a lot of bins. And look, let me explain why we have a lot of bins. Because if you put it in something, it looks better and it's easier to access and get on your shelf. Like, I have, could I stack all, see this right here? Could I put all my acrylic paints right here? Just put them on a shelf? Yes. When they're in the tote, in this bin, these bigger acrylic, they look better. 2, they're contained within a space. And I know, and I have a place for them. They're not just on a shelf randomly. I have a place for them. So they have a place. They have a place where they live. I know that they go here, and it's easy to find. Like, I've got these over here in a bin. And I think this is probably the last thing I'm going to show you today. I have this in a bin too. Now, these are like it's a narrower bin. I've got some other paints and some sealers and some glue in here. So I'm going to show you these and these. These come from the Dollar Tree. These little white, they're like little white, I don't know. What are these called? Drawer organizers, we will call them. Okay. Hey, Kim C. So how are you, girl? And Pamela's like, yeah, quick cleanup. These, I have a ton of these. And whenever I'm at the Dollar Tree, if they have them, I pick some up. I don't know what happens to them or why, but these are great for little things. Okay. It is not your most sturdy. It's probably why, you know, it's not your most sturdy item, but the sides are relatively straight. You see, I have some criteria. I've had enough of those containers where they have like a wide top and they kind of V in, and you're like, what? This needs to go in the trash. This, but it's narrow. It's not super sturdy, but it does hold things like in a drawer. Your electronics, they're great drawer organizers. The only thing is they've got these slits, guys, and stuff can get stuck in the edges and fall out. But if you're looking for like an inexpensive option to get some drawers organized or some shelves, some things in a place on a shelf, these are great. Just don't like think you're going to put anything heavy and pick it up and not have it wobble around. But again, it can hold some, I've got my sealers in here. I've got some glue, my Dimensional Magic, you know, this is all, and that just slides right here. I would much prefer a Home Edit container, but that does the job in a pinch. These also came from the Dollar Tree. I feel like you get 2 in a pack. They have this tab on it, which is a little weird for if you don't have a deeper drawer. But you guys, these are great for wood cutout crafting. If I'm doing a single order, right, or I'm doing like stands or something, it just goes right in here to we package it, and it's all the pieces are contained. And so if you have some of these at home and you're tier tray crafting, my forehead's cut off, you can, when you open your package, like put all the pieces in here, right? And then it just goes on a shelf or a tray or wherever you put it on your craft table, and everything's contained in one place and organized. And these are, I think they're $1.25 for 2. I have a ton of them too, because we use them in my shop all the time. But anything that you're crafting, right? If it's smaller, like this is perfect. I can fit a whole set of tier tray mini signs in here, right? So this is really a great deal. I like this much better than the white one because it doesn't have holes in the side. The white ones work too. I use the white ones too for the same purpose, but I just like these better. So that's kind of my, I do have, I probably need to say, I do have some storage carts on wheels. I use it because it's convenient, but it's not my favorite for organization. It's good for like stacking things in space, but it's hard to keep things for me really organized on this cart. The top I do okay with. I would never give up my storage cart, but it just takes a lot of work to get things in that space correctly on the bottom. Like I have some of these down there. It's a trickier space to organize, I feel like. But having everything like my paint markers and the tools I use on a regular basis where I can just grab, those are very worthwhile. And I do have the I can't really put it on camera now, but I have the, what is that thing called? The crafting table with the storage underneath. It's not it's the dream cart. I'm sorry, my brain was just, it's called the dream cart. And it's great for organization. It has a lot of storage space. I get all of my Cricut stuff or my Silhouette crafting stuff on one side. And then on the other side, I have like a lot of my fake bake stuff and a lot of my like painting supplies I use on a regular basis that I need to get a hold of. The thing about the dream cart, if you have the space to roll it in and put it away and open it up and close it and turn it, it's awesome. Okay. Where my space is, I don't always have that space to do it. So I would like highly suggest to look into the dream cart. If you have the space to roll it out and move it in and open it up and close it down, even a small space. But like the way I have it set up now, this side here, like it's right here on my left. I can't craft live on it because my electric isn't, there's no place to hook my electric to it. But and I need my electric. Y'all know I need my glue guns and my heat guns and all the things. Look at my vinyl on this side of it. Well, on the other side is other stuff. And if my space was such that I could just flip that table around when I needed the other stuff, I could. That's the one thing about it. I love it, but I have the smallest space to craft in. I have the smallest space. I mean, like I have this table and this stuff back here, and I've got some stuff there. And granted, I have a lot of supplies for my business, but I don't have a lot of crafting space because I just don't. So those are like my top. And if you grab that list, let me go over them again. The Container Store clear bins, these bins, and then these totes from the Container Store. Like couldn't part with them. The Home Edit totes and drawers, those are amazing, especially if you don't have like a lot of drawer space. You can buy those and stack them on a shelf, right? Or on a dresser or whatever. Mason jars, this little multiple drawer bin, and then my acrylic paintings. Those are like my favorites for my craft room. So do y'all have any questions? Julie says she's glad to see that I'm helping with organization. You're using 2 rooms because your sewing room is too small. I think that the dream cart would be really great for a seamstress or a sewer because they have all these little bins you can put fabric in. They have wider totes, 12 by 12 totes you can put things in, but it also is a great size for a sewing table. It's a really fabulous, if you need that, if you already have that and you just need somewhere to put your supplies. Like these are, I said, these are the Billy bookcases from IKEA, and they're really old. Like they're probably 9 or 10 years old, and we've just repurposed them in different areas as life has changed. And so now they're down here. We initially had them in our office, but these are not too expensive. The shelves can go up and down, and you can fit a lot of storage on them. One of the things I want to do this year is make them look pretty because they're ugly. So yeah, if you have any specific questions and you're like, hey, do you have any ideas for this or that? Like, let me know. I would love to help. Sometimes it helps to see your space. We did have a professional organizer come and help us clear out some of my work area, because we had a lot of our personal stuff in my work area and I had a lot of work stuff. And the mistake I made with that is that I wasn't like super clear with them up front about what I wanted them to do. They came and really just helped us purge a lot of stuff, but they left and I have no system. I thought that we were going to have some kind of system for like they didn't label all my boxes. Like I just was not what I thought I was getting. So if you have someone come in and help you with it, and I did it, we got it done way faster than if Joe and I did it. It would have taken us days. And they also like took the stuff that we didn't need for donations, but I would make sure I was real clear with them. If you have someone come and help you, look, this is what I want the result to be. I want to have this. And I thought that I was, but, and it could have been that we just had so much that we just couldn't get to that. But and they didn't ask me up front about like how I wanted things labeled or this or that. So if you go that route, do not make the mistake I did. Be really clear. Like they took all my Christmas bins. I had really specific, like silver Christmas tree, 12-foot Christmas tree, like labels for that on the outside of the bin. They took them all off and just put Christmas, which that doesn't help me. I mean, they're see-through, but it doesn't help me. Like I need a very specific. So if you have someone else help you, do not make the mistake I did. Make sure you're really, really specific about what you want that result to be. Okay. If you need help with anything, let me know. I'm here for it. When your space is organized, you're happier and you're more likely to sit down and craft. And you guys, what we know, what research tells us, is that crafting is so good for your mind, for keeping your mind sharp, for your emotional and spiritual health, really, for positive feelings, good feelings. It's good for a feeling of accomplishment. And so as women, I feel like so much of our life is never finished, right? We start dinner and then we have to clean up and then we have to cook breakfast, or, we go grocery shopping and they eat the food. Like we're never done grocery shopping. We're never done cooking. We're never done with laundry because we have clothes on and we've got to wash them again, even if it's just us at home. I've got the 3 boys and Joe, but we're never done with the laundry. Like we're never done cleaning. Like all of the things that traditionally fall in our domain are really like not ever finished, right? And I'm not saying that none of us have careers where we do finish things every day. I mean, I know we all do, and Angie's right. Angie says, yeah, we just put some beauty into the world too as our crafting, some beauty and some joy. Absolutely. But when you craft, like there is a beginning and often an end. Like I know we all got like piles of unfinished stuff, but there's a beginning and an end, y'all. And so what I want you to do is just really think about that and think about how that makes you feel better, right? I don't know about you, but we're probably a lot alike. And when I have something finished and Joe walks in the room and he's like, wow, that looks really good. Or I walk in and I think, wow, you know what? That looks really pretty. Or my mom comes over, or someone comes by and it's like, oh, I love your tray, or I love how you decorated that. It makes me feel better. And it brings some joy and beauty into our home. And so that's one of the reasons why crafting is many reasons why crafting is so, so important. If you get that space, and you guys do not be afraid to throw it away. I should have led with that, because I know every single one of you have bins of Dollar Tree stuff you have not used and you probably will not use. I want you to get a trash bag and put it in the trash bag. I'm going to write a blog post about this. I want you to get that trash bag out and put it in the trash bag and either donate it or drop it at the waste bin. Because you need that space for something else. And if you're holding on to old stuff that you're never going to craft, it's just going to look bad. And you're going to, throw it out. You're going to feel better. Donate it, throw it out. Do one or the other, because what you need to do is make space for the stuff that you are doing right now and that you want to do right now. And you've had that stuff sitting there. I guarantee you've had it there for 6 months, 8 months, 9 months, a year. So Trish says she does a giveaway on Facebook for that very reason. Yes. You know what? I need to do it with mine. I need to do a gift away with stuff that I just can't use. And the other thing is, stop just going into the Dollar Tree and buying stuff you're not going to craft with. If you have a specific purpose in mind, there's things that I buy from the Dollar Tree that I have a specific purpose in mind for, those little crates. Oh, I'm on a soapbox. Those little faux book crates, because I know I'm going to craft those, right? I know. But I have stuff from the Dollar Tree that I'm never going to craft with. And you know what? Stop going in there and buying craft supplies. Stop it. It is so much better, because you go in there and you buy $13 worth of stuff and you come home and you shove it in a box or leave it in the bag and you never touch it, right? You never touch it. It's so much better to save those 3 trips to the Dollar Tree and hold on. Save those 3 trips to the Dollar Tree, save your time, save your gas money, save your money, and buy something that you're really going to enjoy, okay? Be intentional about where you spend your crafting dollars. Absolutely be intentional about it, because you don't want to look back and go, you know what? We need to be a good steward of what we have. That's what I'm trying to say. We need to be a good steward of what we have, because when we're a good steward of what we have, and when we purposefully use what we have, right, then we know that it's in the long run, we get more. Does that make, I don't want to go into the whole piece of that, but we have to be a good steward of what we have, right? So yeah, I need to do a gift away on Facebook I just need to maybe happy mail a lot of it out, because I've got stuff I'm just not it's just not where I am right now in crafting. So anyway, if you haven't, thank you for joining me for A, the organization tips, and B, the purging soapbox. I really do. I want you to be intentional about where you're spending your crafting money, right? Because we just think, do I really need it? Do I really need it? So with that being said, I want to thank you all for spending some time with me today, talking about crafting stuff. Make sure you grab that link within the next 24 hours. You're going to get some more information, a printable, so that you can, wait, Carrie just said something. Carrie's great at this stuff. She says she's organized her stuff, stuff that she's crafted. You have a drawer of embroidery, fabric, and thread you use. Another drawer is yarn, patterns, and crochet hooks. You don't have 2 carts. You have a 3 to 4. Yep. Carrie's she's been very intentional. I legitimately let go of 2 huge bins of yarn. And it was really painful, because I love my yarn. But I have not had time to crochet for years. And I saved 1 skein of red yarn, because I'm going to make a hat to go on my little marshmallow man. But the yarn is not expensive, and I've had it taking up space in my life. I mean, I crocheted all the time when Nate was young, and at the doctor's a lot, 8 times a week. And I crocheted all the time. But I just don't anymore, and it was time to let a lot of it go. I was kind of thinking I should have kept the white so I could make like pom-pom snowballs, but I can pick up some cheap white yarn. You know, I don't need to hold on to all of it just in case. So Tammy says it's why she didn't get anything else unless she really needs it, and why you didn't go to Hobby Lobby for more Christmas stuff after sale that you don't need. Yes. Yeah. Yep. And Carrie's got some great ideas. If you haven't seen her comment, go check. She's got some great ideas about organizing things in a cart or in tubs in a drawer. I mean, it's so and then Julie says, thank you for, she's excited to get started on her sewing room. Yeah. You know, sometimes we just need to let it go. Yes. Oh, just a second, love. Okay, just one shake. Why don't you wear your Crocs? Okay, they're getting ready to head out the door for speech therapy. So thank y'all for spending some time with me. And absolutely, you guys, keep crafting and putting the beautiful stuff that you make out in the world, because the world absolutely needs your creativity and they need your joy. I'm Amy Green with Amy and Art Designs. I'm so glad you spent some time with me today. Y'all, I want you to purge and find a way to make your space manageable. It's so important. We're doing it over here. And I'm going to keep doing it. Like, I just have got to keep, we purged so much, and I'm going to keep doing it because I'm not in that stage of life. And I do want to share one more thing before we leave. Kim Carroll said she asked some people, I saw Kim Carroll say that, I'm going to draw names. She asked some people if they want to use it. I think her daughter and her daughter-in-law, before she, and that's, if you know people that craft, ask them, hey, is this something you can use, and if it is, like, share it with them, right? Okay, so I'm going to draw some names, and then we're going to go. Tammy Royer. Okay, yeah, you know what? It is purge, get rid of it, and it's going to feel good to be able to sit down and work on the things that you love to do. Trish Lucas. Oh, she purged. Okay, Trish, good for you, girl. Good for you. I do have these really cute farm animal cutouts I got from the Dollar Tree that I'm keeping because I want to do a farm animal tray. Oh, Carrie says, if you have a buy nothing group, ladies will grab your excess stash. Carrie, tell us what a buy nothing group is. I'm not familiar with that. Is that a Facebook group? You know what we could do? Would it be fun to do that maybe over in the home decorating group? Like it's hard because I don't know how those groups are run, and you want to make sure that it's people aren't getting, I don't know how that works, if it's a local pickup thing or if people, mailing it would be really expensive. It'd probably have to be a local buy nothing, unless you do like a D-stash, right? Oh, Juanita said that she has stuff for her friend's grandson because he loves to craft. Yeah, like stuff that I know my kids will use, I absolutely, keep, or I let them create with, instead of donating it or, putting it in the round filing cabinet. But, okay, Carrie Cooper Wood. I did that at Christmas. Like, I got some gifts that I knew, like, either were not going to fit me and I couldn't return them. They went right into donate. There's no sense in even putting it in my closet. Renee Leclerc. Need to get one more. And Kim Carroll. All right, ladies. All right. It's a Facebook group by neighborhood and areas. It's free pork pickup, not for resale. Okay. I'm going to look into that because I've got stuff that I could definitely share the love, and I could clear out some space. I just don't have a lot of space. I have very little space. Again, guys, keep crafting and sharing the beautiful things that you make with the world, because we need your creativity. I love you all. Have a great rest of your Wednesday. I will be back here tomorrow for live crafting with Craft Around the Clock. I think my time is 2:30. I'm actually going to paint the gnomes tomorrow because I decided to just move that today. Julie, I was going to put your name down too. So I know I said I was going to do that today. Julie Vanderveer. Yes, thank you, girl. Thanks for all those great comments today. I'm going to drop your name in too. Yeah, I'm going to do the gnomes tomorrow during Craft Around the Clock because I decided it's quick and simple, and Craft Around the Clock has to be quick and simple. And all right, I'm going to go. I love y'all. Have a great rest of your day. Yes, happy clearing out, purging, reorganizing, sharing. Have a great day, guys. For real this time.